Montevideo, you little beauty. Welcome to another Gaz Right video, and we've landed in the home of Suarez Nunez and the legendary Diego Forlan, country number 83 for myself. I had a couple of days exploring, but I thought, you know what, we'll do a little first impression video because, you know what, I think this is going to be a huge sleeper country. It has been unbelievable so far. I mean this in a positive way. It's like very much reminiscent of the British seaside on the drive in from the old airport. It's about 25-30 minutes into Montevideo. I'm going to mispronounce that in about 20 different videos, so just better get used to it. I was like, is it Montevideo? Is it Montevideo? Got to rock a little accent. Who bloody well knows? But yeah, as you're driving in, all the buildings are all different. Along the front, we've got some a bit more new, a bit more flair. You've got some a little bit more rustic and rusty on the outside, but absolutely gorgeous nonetheless. It's so nice. The beachfront, La Rambla, runs for about 14 kilometers. If you want to get a little bike, if you want to cycle all down the front, you can. As we're driving in, the sun was setting in the distance. And then yeah, there's just loads of palm trees. It's just absolutely stunning. The sea itself, or like the beach and sea, so the beaches are very nice. We've had a couple of beach days so far, and they'll be on vlogs on the old channel, of course. If it's your first time watching, do a video every single day, a bit more like vlog style, what we're up to. This is just a little walking, talking, dropping a few bits of knowledge. But basically, the beach is gorgeous. Sit down, chill, relax, get a little cerveza on there. Very different to like Copacabana Beach in Brazil, where we just were before, which is like active, in your face, vibrant, buzzing. It's a lot slower pace of life, a lot more chilled, but still absolutely gorgeous. The sea though, if I was to be a little bit critical, the sea is not the nicest, because it's basically, I read online that it's classed as a river still, coming like out through Buenos Aires and stuff, so it's kind of like salt water and fresh water mixing. But we went to a beach yesterday, I think it's like Playa Ramirez, which looks like the nicest one so far and one of the best sunsets I've ever seen. So you can walk out in the sea pretty far, to be honest. People were out to like a good few hundred meters, up to like their ankles or to their knees. You can go out even further as well. Of course you can. It's the bloody sea. You can go out as far as you bloody well want, but just make sure you can swim. But yeah, lovely little spot, chilling, relaxing. Oh, that's what I was saying about the sunsets. So genuinely, one of the best sunsets I've ever seen. Sun set into the sea. That's always my barometer of like how good a little sunset is. We're going to cross over this way, fly across this road and go down onto the beach. I'm going to show you what we're dealing with. But yeah, my barometer is like, obviously you see gorgeous sunsets all across the world, but I think for the ones that I always say are like the top ones, are the ones where the sun sets directly into the sea. There's just something majestic about that, so I could even put it in the top 3. For anyone that's been to Ibiza, like Cafe Mambo, looking out that way, it's just an absolute joke. And then with the other good ones that we've seen, Havar, again, absolutely stunning. And then one of my other favourites, especially from this trip, was when we went to Sri Lanka, Sigiriya, went up Lions Rock, and you're just looking out over the whole of the savannah, and it's just absolutely unbelievable viewings. It has the lowest poverty rate in the whole of Latin America, South America, Central America combined, which is obviously an extremely good thing. But what does that mean? It means it is bloody expensive. Accommodation, drinks, everything in between. We're just going to cut to this because this is what we're dealing with. It is currently the 30th of December. The sun is out. It was at 24 degrees yesterday, and I believe it's going to be about 26, 27 today, and it goes up to like 28 tomorrow. But this is like 200 meters from where me and Emma are staying. Just absolutely ridiculous viewing. We'll just sit here while we're chatting. But yeah, so it is extremely expensive. That's a good thing and a bad thing. Obviously, it means you get yeah, a nice environment. That's why the buildings are flat. That's why it's a lovely little spot. Of course, great for the locals who live here. In terms of accommodation, I'd probably say it's our 5th most expensive place on this trip, behind Australia, Japan, South Korea, and we're out in Singapore, obviously, where we're paying like 40, 45, 50 pounds each per night. Here we pay 35. It's like most things in life, you get what you pay for. The Airbnb, stunning. I've done a little apartment tour on one of the videos. Massive place. The Wi-Fi, oh baby. We've had some bad Wi-Fi this year when I'm trying to upload YouTube videos or do some editing. The Wi-Fi's been a killer. We're on like 350 download, 30 upload. It's just absolutely things you love to see. In terms of the prices though, one thing me and Em were noticing, like everywhere we go, there's like, they're like, oh, like you see the price in the menu, you get charged, and it has 22% on the side. And then when we've always gone to pay, I mean, obviously our Spanish is pretty terrible. We're obviously not locals, even though we're sporting a little bit of a tan at the minute. We digress from the point. They take off the tax. So a lot of countries you go and then you claim tax back. But I think here, if you're foreign, they just automatically take it off the bill, which again, is just unbelievable. Shout out to the boys. But yeah, pretty top drawer. Prices, I would say you're probably looking at like £5 for a beer. Rough ballpark, and then for a wine's actually pretty good value, to be fair. Like Em's been on the white wines, you look at like £2 to £4 depending on how flair the little bar is that you're going to, but it's like anything, you can always keep it cheaper. Beer's usually a good option, and obviously if you want to fire up a few cocktails, it's going to knock the bill up a little bit more. The food, oh baby, the food is sensational. You need to like meat, so basically the majority of places, or everywhere we've been in the first few days, are massive open ovens, or open like grills, and they've just got steaks. We've got black pudding, sausages, chorizo. It's just gorgeous stuff. If you're vegan or vegetarian, probably not ideal. They have a few bits of fish on there, on the grill, but it is mainly meat. One of the maddest things I've seen is that they were saying here, they actually put a ban on salt usage, which I've not seen in effect. The amount of salt they put on the steaks is outrageous, but they were saying 40% of people in Montevideo have hypertension or high blood pressure because of the amount of salt they have. The average is 9 grams per day, which is a lot of bloody salt. But yeah, when you see them cooking in the restaurants, they are not shy on the salt. And a note on the restaurants, the food is banging, the atmosphere is unbelievable. However, if there is one negative, because they're cooking on a big open grill, you come home stinking of smoke. So every day we go out and I take like my bag or whatever clothes you're wearing, you're gonna have to wash them every I guess single day. Great time of year to come. We're here in December. It's really long days, similar to like the summer in the UK, because of obviously where it is and how south it is in South America, or in comparison to the equator. The sun is setting at like 8:30. It was 8 o'clock yesterday, but the time it went fully dark, it was like 8:30, 8:45. Just unbelievable scenery. Similar to the UK in summer. Like you go to London, you go to like the north of England in summer, one of the best places in the world. When you're there in winter, it's just dark, left, right, and centre. Not the best, but yeah, banging time. Yeah, I guess to come. Safety as well. I kind of do like these, is this country safe? Every kind of place we go, because I think especially in South America, that's what loads of people have been messaging, asking, want me to talk about. I think this is probably the safest country we've been to in South America and Central America. Yeah, we've had absolutely no problem so far. And that's the same for like Brazil and Colombia, all these places where people say dangerous. Don't read or listen to everything you hear online. Maybe don't listen to myself. But yeah, here for me, the safety is absolutely top drawer. Like, it's a very relaxed pace of life, I would say. It's not that super buzzing, in your face, vibrant, like Copacabana is, or like Medellin and stuff like that. But yeah, it's absolutely top drawer. And me and Em were saying, like, when you're on the beach in Copacabana in Brazil, like, we were safe the whole time, we didn't have any issues, but there are so many police, and I guess the police are there as a deterrent, but they're also there as like, because stuff goes down. Here, been here 3 days, I've not seen any police, which is a good thing, and a bad thing, I guess. But yeah, for me, been top drawer so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this as the first video or the third video, but we've had 2 unbelievable little days out. Went to these like local markets where they have all these like fires inside and all beers and stuff like that. Great atmosphere, very much like Bavarian type vibes, like when you're in like the beer tent in London. at the Christmas markets and stuff. And then yesterday we went to a lovely little park which like walks onto like one of the main beaches, Ramirez Beach, and it's just unbelievable viewing. You can drink on the beach, you can drink in the park, and it's just a very respectful place. I was getting essence of like Japan and stuff like that. Everyone like queues where they should be queuing. There's no one pushing in, there's no one being too aggro, and this might be of use to some people, not of course myself, but it is illegal to smoke a little bit of the old green stuff here. So everywhere you go in public parks, people will be chowing down on a little bit of that. So yeah, banging start so far. 26 degrees, depths of winter, sun is shining, beach in front of me. I don't know what more we can ask for than that, but yeah, just about to head to the oldest, no, not the oldest football stadium in the world, the football stadium that hosted the first ever World Cup, 1930. The King, of course, not on this one with a football, but as always, it's about to be an absolutely banger. Beautiful, it's about to be a banger. Who bloody well knows? Hit the subscribe button, questions in the comments, and remember, baby, the chef is always cooking. Let's get it.